So today was focused mostly on editing that footage from that car shoot we did the other day and trying to create a kind of promo reel out of that footage. So let's cue the intro and watch that little promo reel. So, what'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on it, and any feedback is always good feedback. So, I'm going to go over kind of my thought process through this video and kind of how I selected the footage for it. So, to kind of start in this kind of beginning scene, I wanted to create kind of this perfect loop essentially because this was targeted for Instagram. And to do that, I pretty much took that last clip and cut, part of it at the end and included it in the beginning. So kind of, when it's played back on Instagram, it kind of creates this fluid loop that no one can tell the wiser, when it starts and when it ends essentially. And then we move on to this kind of next scene where it's kind of an intro shot that leads up to my friend who's driving his car, which is, kind of the main subject of this. And that whole scene kind of with that pan over to my buddy driving was kind of that build up to, the story, and kind of progresses the story along, which you kind of saw in it. As well as kind of my favorite part of this whole little reel was where he turns his head perfectly in tune with the song, and that I think was my favorite part. So then it kind of progresses along the story where he's standing outside kind of looking at the car, and then we take you kind of in that point of view by being able to observe the car, kind of close up with the detailings on the side and all the little side sponsors that car has. And then to finally, going back to that third person perspective of watching him open the trunk and kind of reveal and progress the story along even more. I thought that was a good time for a transition to that kind of trunk space with, more kind of sponsored stickers on there for that car. And then to finally kind of going over the top of the car back to the front where we kind of see him kind of walking up to the car and, pulling something out kind of in time with the music and kind of just starting zoned in to, pulling out of it kind of with this little dolly zoom out. And it reveals, this kind of change in time and this change of location as we see in this next scene where the car is moving somewhere else and there's some sort of movement and transportation to finally near this ending kind of credit scene where we kind of see him, walking away and it panning out to bring us back to kind of the beginning. And essentially, and literally speaking, a full loop. So that's kind of my take on the footage and kind of like, my thought process behind choosing those specific clips. And honestly too, it's like, I know it could be a lot better and I'm always striving, for a lot better. So these are some of the things, I want to improve on with it. One is the color grading. I'm always learning and I'm always improving my color grading. It gets a little bit harder when you have different scenes and different lighting, So that's, you know, one thing that, you know, I got to work on too when I'm out on the field, is being able to set up the lighting and all those in camera, you know, things that I can control out there on the field that I can't control, you know, in post editing. The next thing is being able to capture more footage. I probably pretty much used up all the footage that I had. For some reason, I tend to be a lazy editor where I don't like to look through, you know, lots and lots of footage. So when I'm out in the field, I tend to take, you know, only meaningful shots that are kind of in my head. But by doing so, I'm also limited to the options that I have in post later. So that's another thing I want to improve on. And then finally, the graphics control, getting that whole graphic of the Instagram plugin at the beginning and end. It took, you know, a long learning curve, and to learn how to do all those things and to have those in my tool belt will definitely make my workflow a lot faster moving forward to other things. So that's another thing that I want to learn and I want to build upon. So thanks you guys for watching. It's a short, quick video today. I hope this may help you maybe in your own filmmaking process, kind of just hearing, you know, the workflow and kind of thought process of someone else. So make sure to like and subscribe this video, comment down below your thoughts on this, and be a part of the adventure. Subscribe today if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.
Can you feel electric pulses? I'm lost in your eyes.
What are you doing, stepsister?
My mind gets lost again and again.